Good morning everyone. Today is dot solving class and the topic we are taking up for today is direct and inverse variations. Here we are going to take up few common problems faced by you all, and here in this chapter I am going to take up the problems using arrow method, which will be easier in solving most of the problems. Let us see exercise 9.1 question number 8. Here in this question, the question says when the length of Flagstaff is 9 meter, in the model its length is 6 centimeter. If its length of the ship is 33 meter, actual length is 33 meter, then what would be the length of ship in the model? So let us take the length of the ship of the model is x. So here we write the two things which are related, that is actual length and model length, and under these two headings we'll write the two situations given. So when the length is 9 meter, the same length is represented by 6 centimeter in the model. Now when the length is 33 meter, by how much length it would be represented in the model, that we have to find. So in arrow method, the first step you have to follow is to put the arrow towards x, whether x is in this column or this column, face the arrow towards x. Now whether it is a case of direct variation and inverse variation, you read like this: when the length is 9 meter, here it is 6 centimeter. When length is more, that is 33 meter, which is more than 9, then will the model length be more or less? The more length will be represented by more model length, so that is why x will be more. That is why I have written more here. So your arrow which you already have placed towards x is pointing towards more. So arrow is pointing towards more. So in this also now we will place an arrow pointing towards more. So whichever way it is pointing towards, whether it is more or less, will point this arrow also in the same direction, whether it is towards more or less. So since it is towards more, so this will also be towards more. So out of 9 and 33, 33 is more, so arrow is pointing downwards. So this is the first step, placing the arrows. The second step is to write both in form of ratio as head upon tail. So in arrow this is called head and this is called tail. So what is at head? X, and what is at tail? 6. So we write x upon 6 here. What is at head here? 33, and at tail it is 9. So 33 upon 9. The x upon 6 equal to 33 upon 9. Now here this is in centimeter and these two are in meter. So units are not matching, so you can match the units. So meter we can convert in centimeter by multiplying by 100 in both numerator denominator, though 100 will cancel out because in ratio we don't have any units, but you can still convert and then cancel out. After that you can cross multiply You know the process of cross multiplication, and then we get the value of x as 22 centimeter. That is the answer. Now look at exercise 9.2, question number 7. Read the question first. Here in this question, the question says 8 taps can fill a tank in 27 minutes. So there are two things relating to each other: number of taps and time taken to fill the tank. So we write under two headings: number of taps is the first heading and time in minutes is the second heading. The first situation, 8 taps fill the tank in 27 minutes. In second case, 2 taps are less now, so there are 6 taps. So how much time they will take to fill the tank? This is the second situation. So can you tell if the number of taps are less, will they take more time or less time to fill the tank? Yes, if number of taps are less, they will take more time to fill the tank. So that is why when we place the arrow towards x, x will be more. Less taps, more time. Less taps, more time. Now since arrow is pointing towards more now, arrow was already towards x, but x is more, so arrow is pointing towards more. So here also arrow should point towards more. Should point. So out of 6 and 8, 8 is more. So arrow is towards more, that is towards 8. What is at head here? X, tail 27, head 8 and tail is 6. X upon 27 equal to 8 upon 6. So we write them in proportional form and we cross multiply to calculate x, and x comes 36 minutes. Question number 12. Read the question. Here in this question, there are two things which are related: number of soldiers and the ration they have lasting for the number of days. Question says 1200 soldiers have ration for 28 days. So why I have written 24 here? Because the question also says after 4 days. So that means they are comparing the situation after 24 days, not at the beginning of number of days. So after 4 days out of 28, how many days are left? 28 minus 4, that is 24. So after 4 days, 1200 soldiers have ration for 24 days. But few soldiers have left. If there are less soldiers, food will last for more number of days. That is why it is lasting for 32 days. So we point the arrow towards x. But since the food is lasting for more number of days, so number of soldiers are less now. So that is why we can write less here. So arrow is pointing towards less. So here also arrow should point towards less. 24 is less out of these two numbers. So arrow should point towards 24. Now let us write head upon tail. So head upon tail, x upon 1200 equal to 24 upon 32. We solve by cross multiplication and we get x as 900. That means number of soldiers in the second case is 900. So new number of soldiers are 900 originally there were 1200 soldiers. So number of soldiers left is 1200 minus 900, that is 300, and that is the answer. Look at exercise 9.3, question number 5. The question says A can do a work in 40 days. So you have learnt how to find 1 day work. 1 day work will be 1 upon total number of days somebody can complete the work. So A's 1 day work is 1 upon 40. Now he does the work for 8 days. So 1 day's work will be multiplied by 8. So A has done 1 upon 5 of the total work. After that, A leaves. So remaining work is 1 minus 1 by 5, because 1 is always initially the original amount. So amount of work is 1 minus amount of work done by A. So 4 upon 5 work is left now. Now who does this work, the remaining work? It is done by B. So in question it says the remaining work is done by B in 16 days. So 4 upon 5 work is done by B in 16 days. Therefore, one work, that is total work, can be done by B in, so this upon this, unitary method, 16 upon 4 upon 5, which when we calculate we get 20 days. So that means B can complete the whole work in 20 days. So B's 1 day work now will be 1 upon 20. Now question is asking in how many days they can complete the work by doing it together. That means A and B together. So we can write A plus B. A plus B's 1 day work. So A's 1 day work was 1 upon 40. B's 1 day work is 1 upon 20. We add them to find their 1 day work together. So we get it 3 upon 40. So this is their 1 day work by working together. So 3 upon 40 work is done by A and B in 1 day. So one work, that means total work if they are working together, will be done by them in the 1 upon this 3 by 40, the 1 upon 3 by 40. So we get this as 40 by 3, that is 13 whole number 1 upon 3 days. Look at question number 7 now. Read the question and then look here. Question number 7 says 3 women are equal in capacity to 5 girls. So here we are comparing capacity of women and girls. So 3 women, their capacity is equal to 5 girls. So what would be one woman's capacity? So by unitary method it will be 5.3 girl. W represents a woman and G represents a girl. Now in second situation there are 7 women and 11 girls. So write 7 women plus 11 girls. Now one woman is 5 by 3 girls. So in place of woman I can write 5 by 3. So 7 into 5 by 3 girl plus 11 girls. Now here girl and girl they have become the same unit, so they can be added. That is why we are converting woman into girl. So if we calculate this by taking LCM, we get 68 upon 3 girls. So in first case, how many girls were there? There were 5 girls. And in second case, how many girls are there? 68 upon 3 girls. Now again we have two things relating to each other: number of girls and number of days. First case, there are 5 girls, they can complete the work in 17 days. Second case, there are 68 upon 3 girls and they can complete the work, let the number of days be x. Now this number is more than this, so more girls will finish the work in more days or less days? Yes, you're right. If there are more workers, they can finish the work quickly in less number of days. So more girls will finish the work in less number of days. So arrow is pointing towards less. So here also arrow should point towards less, that is towards 5. So write head upon tail this side and head upon tail this side, and when we simplify this, we get the value of x as 15 upon 4, that is 3 whole number 3 upon 4 days. That is a final answer.